Oh man, camera's crooked. What if I just... Better. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is David with Side of Tech, here with a super exciting video today. We're going to be covering my 2023 desk setup. So before I start, I want to say that I'm going to be covering so many products in this video. So without it being an hour long, I'm going to go ahead and kind of condense everything down into short explanations. I already have some really in-depth videos for some of the products that I keep on this desk. So I'm going to go ahead and leave all those links to those videos down in the description below. Also, any of the products that you're interested in, I'm going to go ahead and leave some affiliate links down in the description below as well. That way you can check them out and do some shopping and help the channel in the process. But you guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and check everything out. So let's go ahead and start off with the furniture and accessories, because here's where I made most of the improvements, and we all need a little win every once in a while, right? First up, let's go ahead and talk about the desk, which is the fully Jarvis standing desk. Longtime followers already know that I've had this desk for about 5 years and it's still going strong. The only improvement that I could think of doing is completely redoing the cable management. So I got this really slick one from Amazon, which was super easy to install and looks a whole lot cleaner than what I had before. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys want a guide on how to do your cable management. I'll be happy to do one. So aside from adding this shelf that took me way too long to center, I went ahead and also added a pegboard, and it was definitely a much needed addition to the setup. I've kind of been playing around with the arrangement of it, and I think I found a pretty good configuration. It allows me to hang up the headsets that are currently not in use, keyboard switches, and my gaming keyboard. I could put so many other things on here, but for now this is where I have it at. So one cool concept that I've always had in my mind is creating a workbench, just somewhere where I can keep all of my camera gear and assemble my camera rig up top. I can play some music, organize all of my gear, and put everything away exactly where it's supposed to be, and that's just the best thing ever. I do also want to thank BenQ for sending over this task lamp. It's made for reading, but I found that it works really well with the workbench. You can really dial in the lighting to get it to be comfortable to your eyes. It turns on with a simple tap, and it's really adjustable. There's just one little complaint that I have, and that has to do with the base. I feel like it does waste a little bit of space and would have been really awesome if it had a wireless charger built in. Aside from that little complaint, I think this is a worthy accessory for your desk setup. I give it 2 thumbs up. So aside from the workbench, I went ahead and added some wheels to my Alex drawer. This is where I keep most of my computer accessories, everything from gaming to storage and just cables that I have laying around. The drawer is definitely a staple part of my setup, and I get why everyone uses them. It's a solid piece. Next are these desk accessories that I've really fallen in love with. I've been using this desk pad from Orbikey and I've really been enjoying using it. I love how nice and slick the vegan leather is, and it really makes using my mouse a pleasant experience. I also have all these desk accessories from one of my favorite companies, Grovemade. I have the walnut desk shelf, the matte black desk pad XL, their pen cup, the headphone stand, some coasters, and last but not least, their laptop stand. I really do love all the products that Grovemade makes. All of their stuff is super high quality walnut wood. So next topic, let's go ahead and talk about the peripherals I use on the desk. So at the very heart of this setup, I run a Thunderbolt 3 dock from CalDigit, and it's called the TS3. And I've had this particular dock for around 3 or 4 years now, and it's still flawless and works 100% of the time. It runs every single peripheral that I need for the MacBook, and that includes my mouse, hard drives, monitors, and just so much more. And the coolest thing is that I can totally run everything off of one cable, and words cannot explain how satisfying this is, because sometimes I like to take my work outside of the studio and just go to like a coffee shop, and just being able to unplug one cable, plug everything back in, and go into work mode, that's the best thing ever. So the next peripherals I have coming up are my keyboards, and this one is the most recent addition because I've been getting into the world of customized keyboards. So this one is from Keychron, and this is the Keychron Q2. Recently did a video on this if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, but in that video I went ahead and said that this is a really great beginner keyboard if you're willing to invest a little bit more money, you kind of get like that premium factor to the keyboard, not too much plastic aside from the keycaps. So in the future, I do plan on changing some of these components out. I do like how it currently sounds, but I feel like there could still be some more improvements to get the sound profile that I want. And the next keyboard that I currently run, this one I specifically run for gaming. This one is the G915 TKL from Logitech. So far, I've been loving this keyboard. I've used this for probably around 2 years now. I love the RGB, how vibrant it is, and I love the low profile keycaps. I might get into a customized keyboard for this, but for now, this keyboard does serve me well, and I don't really see the need to improve it yet. So next is the mice that I currently use, and I currently use 2 of them. I know, I'm pretty extra. So for the first one up that I use with my MacBook, this is the G502X Plus, and I love this mouse. Even though it's a gaming mouse, it still allows for a whole bunch of productivity options, and I can customize this mouse so much on the MacBook. I did used to use an MX Master 3S, but I currently moved away from that because I like the responsiveness of a gaming mouse better, and to remedy the thumb wheel because I really love that. Currently been running this Magic Trackpad, so that's kind of like my solution to it, and it also adds some more functionality to the overall productivity setup. And compared to the older one, this one is the G502 Hero, and yeah, this one's a little bit heavier. You can actually customize it where you put a little bit more weight underneath, but this one I do use for my gaming, and I don't really play any kind of major like multiplayer games, so I don't really need like a super light mouse. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to be pro MLG, no scope all the time. I like to use stuff that I'm really comfortable with, and the G502 line is just what I've been used to for the last like 5+ years. No complaints here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to headphones. Now, I do like to use 2 separate headsets for my PC and Mac. So for general usage on my MacBook, I like to use the AirPods Max. And while I do think these headphones are a little bit overpriced, I really do enjoy using them on a daily basis. They're really comfortable and they sound amazing, and they really work well with the whole entire Apple ecosystem. So it's just a seamless experience, and I really do love these things. And when I do get into video editing, I need something a little bit more accurate, not to have a lot of latency. So I like to plug these really old QC35 Gen 1s, and as you can see, they're just falling apart. I've had these for so long. The only reason for me to replace these is if the drivers completely fail, or the headband like completely snaps off. But these are just a workhorse, and I completely trust them for doing any kind of work on my computer. And the last headset that I currently do run, this is for my PC, and these are the G Pro X wireless headset. I love this headset so much for gaming. The sound that it creates is just amazing. You can hear all kinds of footsteps from any kind of direction, and the amount of customizability in the app is really great too. Also, the mic does sound pretty decent for a wireless gaming headset, and you can also customize your sound profile with that too. Customizability is the name of the game for this headset. That's mainly the reason why I do like it. I already did a review on this headset, so go ahead and check it out if you're interested in learning more about it.
Moving on from the desk accessories, let's go ahead and talk about my monitor. This is the LG WN95C-W, and it's on this fully adjustable arm by Amazon Basics. The monitor can support Thunderbolt 3, also has 2 HDMI ports, and a display port. This allows me to switch back and forth between my Mac and PC seamlessly. Having an ultra-wide screen for gaming is just a really top-tier experience. The monitor natively runs at 144 Hz, so as you can imagine, everything runs on this monitor smooth and buttery. I haven't had any problems with this monitor, and I don't plan on changing it anytime soon, as it supports all the computers that I need. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and cover my Mac and PC. So on the productivity side, we have my MacBook. I've had this MacBook for about a year and a half now, and I freaking love this thing. I've already covered this in a long-term review video, but long story short, I don't feel the need to upgrade at all to the newest generation. The screen size is perfect whenever I take it on the go, and the maxed out specs are amazing. This laptop can handle everything I throw at it, except for one thing. My gaming PC is my pride and joy of the desk setup. It's probably my favorite item on the desk. I built it myself, and I recently just did a case swap to this NZXT H9 case, which displays all of my RGB perfectly. I run an X570 motherboard with an AMD 5900X. I also have 32GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and my 3080 Ti Founders Edition crushes most modern games on ultra settings. In order for me to upgrade, I'm kind of waiting for the current gen parts to lower in price before I hop onto that bandwagon, but any game that I'm playing right now just runs so well, and I'm in a happy spot right now with this PC.
Now for audio, I really love using Rode products, and their whole entire system just really works for me. The Rode NT1 mic is my favorite, and it's what I'm using right now. It gives you a really nice neutral recording where you can fine tune and tweak in post, and that's definitely my favorite part about this mic. I also pair this mic up with the PSA 1 Plus mic arm, which is just fantastic. I've been kind of thinking about getting an Elgato low profile mic arm, but we'll see if it's worth it to switch. My audio interface is what makes everything all come together, and that is the Scarlett Solo. It's simple, not complicated to use, and really seamless. But I kinda do have my eyes on that Rodecaster 2, but that's just wishful thinking. This time around, I really made lighting an important part of my setup since I do have a dark colored wall. It's really important to have lighting that complements each other and have accurate temperature. I'm really a big fan of Aperture and their subline Amaran. They're just really high quality lights that give off really good color accuracy. Another product line that I'm a huge fan of are the Philips Hue lights. Most of the lighting here on the studio is run by the Hue Hub, and it's just so easy to ask Siri or Alexa to power on my studio. Sometimes it can get a little bit finicky, but in my opinion overall, this is the best lighting ecosystem on the market right now, but maybe not in terms of price. Now this next product, a lot of people DM me about these lights. These are the Nanoleaf elements, and they really do bring a room together. Now you totally don't need to get these, but if you do, you're gonna be treated with a visual delight. Overall, a really great piece that'll definitely stand out. And the last piece of lighting above my monitor, I have another BenQ light, which I've had for a long time now. This monitor light is so convenient to have, and it isn't harsh on your desk if you're doing some more detailed work. It doesn't strain your eyes, and just like the desk lamp before, you can customize the color temperature. Now they do have a newer version of this, and I really want to get it because it's wireless, but I guess one thing at a time. Now let's go ahead and cover my chair. I took it upon myself a couple years ago to invest in a Herman Miller chair, and I have no regrets. This chair gives you really great lumbar support, the most comfortable mesh, and I think it just looks killer. I kinda want to try out the M-Body, which is their lumbar support king, but yeah, that price tag doesn't seem like it agrees with my wallet. So guys, all in all, this has been years and years of frustration, trial and error, and a whole bunch of accomplishment too. So I do feel like this is the most optimized my desk setup is ever gonna get for me for at least a little while. And my biggest thing is that just everything on this desk setup just completely works. It's just all ready to go whenever I need it. And that's super important to me. Now, will things change in the future as I find new products? Probably. Trying new things out is always super exciting, and it's really the reason why I do love working in this studio setup. But for now, I am 100% satisfied, and I hope you guys are too, because who knows what else is going to come up in 2023 or 2024. But guys, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and follow me on all my social media, especially that Instagram @SideOfTech, where I post a whole bunch of behind the scenes and a whole bunch of extra content. So I hope you go ahead and give me a follow over there. And with all that being said, you guys, this was David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.